Can we do 5 minutes of Trump really quickly? Because I want to handle this. I need to handle this, and it's disturbing me. Did you get that clip, Charles? Okay, play it. Hit it.
And now,
I love the poorly educated.
it's time for
Look at my African American over here.
5
Look at him.
minutes
Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about?
of Trump.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
5 minutes of Trump
I'm a very intelligent person.
with Karen Hunter.
I think yesterday was the broadest example of why Donald Trump should not lead anything. I did not watch his press conference, but what came out of it. And I haven't talked about him much because I don't want to fill these airwaves with Trump, outside of the juxtaposition to Biden or anybody else who could lead this nation, right? But even on Good Friday, he tweets out, Happy Good Friday. One of the most somber, reflective days on the Christian calendar. Happy Good Friday. Happy Good Friday. The day that Jesus was crucified. Like, he doesn't even have a perspective on what these holidays and what these moments are all about, yet he's an evangelical Christian dream. And what was really crazy is he tweeted out today, tell the Democrat governors that Mutiny on the Bounty was one of my favorite movies. A good old-fashioned mutiny every now and then is an exciting and invigorating thing to watch, especially when the mutineers need so much from the captain. Too easy! ! And I'm like, really? Like, people are dying in your country. American citizens are dying. And you're having a pissing contest over gratitude, over who needs, like, if we're going to be honest, California and New York could pull out and that'll be your ass, financially speaking, Donald Trump. No. New York and California single-handedly can cripple this federal government. You want to play that game? Like, but as Andrew Cuomo said today, I'm not trying to fight with him. This is not a fight. Yeah. This is about saving lives. This is about doing what's right. It's about leadership. And he's bringing up a movie. And I've never watched Mutiny on the Bounty. Have you watched that movie? It's not.
Never seen
it's not on my top 10. Nothing?
It's not on my top 10 either.
All right. Well,
did Spike Lee produce it?
No, he did not. No,
okay.
And I'm quite sure Ruth Carter had nothing to do with the set design or the costuming. No, she did not. So I'm not watching it. But it's actually based on a real story of a 1789 mutiny. It was April 28, 1789, on the South Pacific. Crew people were upset with Captain and one of the captains, Lieutenant, actually acting Lieutenant Fletcher Christian, were really upset because William Bligh. You've heard of Captain Bligh, seized control. You know, he was very brutal, and they overthrew him, literally, him and his supporters, and they threw them into the ocean. Now they survived, and they went on to exact their revenge. And I think that's what Trump was referring to. But like, dude, you don't want there to be a mutiny. That's not good leadership. If you are so horrible and cruel. If you're so cruel, this is what Captain Bligh said. He said, cruelty with a purpose is not cruelty. It's efficiency. That's who you want to be? That's who you are? Like, dude, this is so crazy to me. But this is what really...
He's the worst.
Absolutely. But this is what really bothered me. He had a back and forth with a reporter from CBS. Her name was Paula Reed. Do you have that clip, Charles? Let's play that.
What did you do with the time that you bought?
You know
the
we
month
did.
of February.
You know what we did.
Gap.
What do you do?
Month of February.
What do you do when you have no case in the whole United States?
You had cases
when
in February.
excuse me, you reported it. 0 cases, 0 deaths on January 17th.
February. The entire
January.
month of
I said in
February. Your video
January.
has a complete gap.
On January 30th.
What did your administration do in February with the time that your travel ban bought
A
you?
lot.
What?
A lot. And in fact, we'll give you a list. What we did, in fact, part of it was up there. We did a lot. Look. You know you're a fake. You know that. Your whole network, the way you cover it, is fake. And most of you, and not all of you, but the people are wise to you. That's why you have a lower approval rating than you've ever had before, times probably 3. And when you ask me that question, let me ask you this: Why did Biden apologize? Why did he write a letter of apology? No, that's very important.
Number one, He played some video apparently at the press conference. I refuse to watch them, by the way. He played some propaganda video for, and again, these are turned into rallies because he can't go out on rallies anymore. So he played some propaganda video where he completely obliterated the whole month of February of inaction, which is what CBS reporter Paula Reed was pointing out. Yes, January 17th is when you found out, but then for the whole entire month of February, so it's a month and change, a month and a half, you did nothing. You did nothing. And then it picks back up in March, and other nations like China shut it down. They did shut down their whole, other nations like South Korea shut it down. And as a result, and I just mentioned all of these other nations led by women that shut it down. So you did nothing. You're using this and then when you're challenged, you turn it around and you tell people that they're awful and your ratings are down. Your ratings are down because the president every day uses his bully pulpit to undermine the media. CBS, who brought us 60 Minutes and other great programming, news programming, is one of the best news outlets that we have. To undermine and say that she's doing a horrible job because you don't like being questioned about the lies that you're putting out just really speaks to where we are right now. And if he's reelected in November, and it's not people like you're fear mongering. No, I'm telling the truth. We've just witnessed what this looks like. And black folks in particular, disproportionate deaths, Native Americans, disproportionate deaths, anybody that is in a subculture in this country that's not white is having their asses handed to them. There's no other choice. It's not about fear. This is about facts.
Karen, the thing that kills me about those pressers is that it's taken a pandemic. It's taken thousands of people dying in this country a day because, and I'm saying thousands because when you put the total together with what has been happening in New York and what's happening in the rest of the country, it's 1,000 people a day, right? And it's taken some of the media outlets to get to this point, to really press this man. And I give the women in the press corps, particularly the White House press corps, all of the credit. Yeah, Jim Acosta and a lot of folks have been pushing the president, but it is the women who are now pushing this man on these questions. She's like, I'm not talking about Joe Biden. I'm not talking about these distractions. I'm talking about the level of, I'm talking about people being unemployed, and I'm talking about people dying. That's what I want you to tell me to do. When you were golfing during your time that you bought the country, when you were golfing and going on television, telling people we're going to all wake up one day and it's going to be over, what were you doing with that time if you bought all this time? And so for me, I'm so glad that now CNN, MSNBC, they're turning it off. When he started playing the propaganda video, they said they were turning it off. And those reporters said, who paid for that? That looks like that read like a campaign ad. Did tax dollars pay for that? Did tax dollars that could be going towards COVID?
Yes, PPEs and ventilators. Yes.
Not only Karen, did these other countries see the lack of leadership and start shutting their countries down? But when you look at the West Coast states, and I said this yesterday, when you look at Washington, when you look at California, you look at Oregon, the Western Pacific, and Oregon, they said we don't care what y'all's boy in D.C. is saying. He may be the president, but we're gonna protect these citizens in this state. We're shutting it down, right? And whatever happens, we'll apologize for your inconvenience on the back end. But we're trying to save people's lives. And I think that now we see that governors are starting to say, oh, the cavalry's not coming, and the cavalry is not being led by someone who is capable of coming, who has the mindset, who has the empathy, who has the care for human life and human decency to be an adult about this. So we're going to have to look out for ourselves.
Amen. All right, that's a fact. 866-801-8255. I don't know what, again, if you are on the fence, you don't know who you're going to vote for in November. I'm going to attempt today to not lose it I'm going to attempt to not lose it. And let me just thank you, Drew, for your measured way. What you said yesterday as well to the to the Bernie supporters. Like if you believe in Bernie and you believe in this man that much, he's supporting Joe Biden. Why don't you follow him? That's your lead. If this is the guy that you are willing to do everything for, he's saying vote for Biden. Why is that not good enough? I thought that was such a powerful thing that you said yesterday, and I wish I had said it. 866-801-8255. I was sitting there, I was like, that man is super smart, and but your heart is right, you know. And I'm trying to not demonize people for their choices because yes, you are adults. Yes, you can make your own decision, but I don't know how you live. And I keep asking this question, like, where are you moving? Where are you moving? Sitting home, not voting in November because you can't vote for Biden. Where are you leaving to? Because you're unfortunately, as we're seeing, there's no place to go. We don't all have Bill Gates' money can get on a jet and try to fly the hell up out of here. And I heard that his jet got stopped trying to leave the country, which leads me to a whole lot of questions on Tech Tuesday. But anyway, I feel like, you know, we live here. So we have a stake. Unless you're going to pull up stakes and move to another whole ass country, you don't have the luxury to sit on the sidelines and be in your feelings about not liking Biden. That's fine. But Trump as an alternative.
He ain't coming to your house either.
He's
Just
not.
FYI, Joe Biden is not going to come to your house. He is not coming to your barbecue. He's not coming to your cookout. He's not coming to happy hour at your job. He's going to be the president of the United States. So it doesn't matter whether or not you really, really like him or you want to hang out with him. And I'm so tired of also people talking about Joe Biden's cognitive issues. There may be something there. I don't know. Like I said yesterday, I'm not a neurologist. And even if I was a neurologist, I couldn't diagnose him over the airwaves. But we also, and Tina said this on Twitter. I forget what her full Twitter is.
Tina Winsett.
I love the way her mind works.
Yes, she does have a brilliant mind. Yes.
I love the way her mind works, and so many of the Karen Rebels who listen to this show, I love the way y'all's minds work. She said, lest we forget that this man has said numerous times is famously has a stutter. So sometimes when he's speaking and being measured, it can come across as him being pensive or searching for the words or terms. But I know as having seen people who stutter that sometimes they have the right word right on the tip of their tongue, but they can't get that one. So they go to their second best word or their third best word because they can get that one out. And so sometimes that can make you, if you're old, you know, that can make you look like, oh, you know, I'm faltering or whatever. Right. But it's just really someone who has a linguistic issue.
Yeah,
you know?
And that doesn't disqualify him from being president because we have a president that has three.
Not by comparison.
No, I was going to say he's got 3 good words. That's all he uses. He's got words, many words. All right, 866-801-8255. Did Smith teach you how to end 5 minutes of Trump? Because I'm really done with him. All right, let's hit it. Done.
God bless the United States.
An anonymous
Lodestar.
This is the final word from the President of the United States. I want nothing.
Space Force